Hi everyone, my name is Alice and today I'll be introducing 3 books for the Marion Library's Reader's Advisory. The first book I'd like to introduce is one of my all-time favourites, and I've reread it quite a few times. It's called The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I actually first found this book on the library shelf and I saw that it had a review written by Donna Tartt, who is also one of my favourite authors, and I'm so glad I picked this one up and read it. The story follows the Greek legend and life of Achilles from when he's a young boy through to a revered warrior of Troy. I've always loved Greek and Roman mythology, and this particular retelling of Homer's Iliad is so beautifully written, and I really couldn't put it down. It mostly centers around the love and friendship of Achilles and Patroclus. If you've ever seen the movie Troy, which features Brad Pitt, this is quite a different retelling, and honestly, it's much better in my opinion. This book is the winner of the Orange Prize for Fiction. I highly recommend this incredible story for lovers of mythology or for epic tales of adventure, love, and sacrifice. The second book I'd like to talk about is on my to-read pile, which a lot of books currently are. It also features in the Marion Library Literary Anything podcast, which Jane and Paula talk about, which has made me really excited to read it. It's called The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I did first read a book by Matt Haig called How to Stop Time a couple of years ago, and that was such a wonderful book. And so I'm really excited to read this one. The Midnight Library follows the story of Nora Seed, who's quite a sad young woman, and unfortunately she tries to end her own life. However, she wakes up in a library which is full of books which have alternate versions of her own life story. If she can find a book that has a particular life story that will make her fulfilled, she has the chance to be saved. A lot of Matt Haig's stories do deal with heavy themes such as depression. However, I find he writes in such a relatable and down-to-earth way. I'm really looking forward to reading that one. The third book I'd like to talk about is called Clara and the Sun by Sir Kazuo Ishiguro. This one has quite a lot of buzz. It's one of the current bestsellers. It's also on our trending titles at the Marion Cultural Centre Library. Kazuo Ishiguro is also the popular author of The Remains of the Day and Never Let Me Go. The story in this one follows Clara. She's an artificial intelligence and an artificial friend. She looks very human and she remains hopeful that someone will pass by her storefront and choose her to take home with them as the artificial friend. She appears to be a very optimistic AI and she's really fascinated with the lives of humans and how she can make people's lives better. The futuristic and human aspect that was in Kazuo Ishiguro's Never Let Me Go seems to be quite similar to this storyline, and I'm really looking forward to reading it when I can. If you've read any of these books, please let me know, and also check out the City of Marion's Reader's Advisory for any future recommendations and stories that are trending right now.